Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Help for the Guildless. My name, of course, is Antoine. Now, before we get started, there's a couple of things I need to go over. One, there is a brand new BitChute account, a brand new channel over there. I am slowly uploading my videos over there. If you want to support me there when YouTube decides to shut me down, I would appreciate it. Two, because YouTube is making it so hard to actually do anything of merit on this platform, I have a Patreon link down below. I would appreciate it so much if you could actually go ahead and peruse the reward tiers, and if it's something you like, go ahead and sign up. Also, if you want to just donate, there's a PayPal link as well as Streamlabs. Anything you can do, always welcome. Also, listen to the end of the video for something very special for all of my subscribers. Because YouTube doesn't want to help its creators who created it, we have to kind of curate and promote ourselves. And also, I am still fighting a Twitter suspension, and I refuse to accept blame for an innocuous tweet that had nothing offensive in it. Fuck you, Twitter. Fuck you, Jack. It's one of the reasons I'm doing this. So, the link to this channel's Twitter account, Help for the Guildless, is linked down below. As well as, if you have any questions or comments or article ideas, there is an email address you can email me. Wow, this is a long promotion. I am so sorry. Not trying to pad my runtime. But, with all of that out of the way, welcome to Season 7 of Help for the Guildless. Now, I was going to do something a little fun, but unfortunately, well, shit started happening. Carlos Maza decided to get all up in his goddamn fifis and attack every single YouTuber on the platform. Now, how did he do this? Did he go about and start sending messages to every single person? No, that would take forever. He would still be doing it. As a matter of fact, I wish he would have, because then we'd never hear from him again, and we wouldn't have to listen to his 100-long tweet chain about how he's had his feelings hurt. A long time ago, Carlos Maza joined Vox, a wonderful BuzzFeed-esque kind of trash publication. Now, he joined it from Media Matters. Now, if you don't know what Media Matters is actually an activist company. They go after and try and get advertisers to stop advertising on people they don't like Tucker Carlson, Fox News, and Steven Crowder. For those of you who know me, know this channel, I'm actually a fan of Crowder. I like the way he does things. I like his Change My Mind segments. I think he's funny. Well, Steven Crowder has a show, and he does something kind of like what I do. He responded to a Vox video, and it just so happens that the lispy queer that runs the show Strike Force, or whatever it is, didn't like that Crowder not only made fun of him, but tore apart his argument about Fox News, not Vox, V-O-X, Fox News, F-O-X, and tore it apart easily, while being entertaining. This calculated little attack happened at the beginning of Pride Month. So, with that being said, and YouTube trying to promote the fact that they are definitely LGBTQSR LMNOP2 soul whatever else planet kin fucking promoters and allies, he used that as clout to get YouTube's attention. Even put together a clip going through all of Steven Crowder's debunking videos and picking up some of the most egregious, one would say, jokes. Calling him a lispy queer, saying that the only reason he got the position is because he's gay, things like that. Oh, and one of the worst insults at all, apparently, for Carlos Maza is calling him Mexican. Not a cock-gobbling, cum-swilling, pillow-biting ass pirate. No, Mexican. Oh, don't worry. I already know this video is being demonetized. Don't care. So what we have here is someone who knows how to get advertisers to stand up and listen. Now, don't get me wrong. He can make whatever videos he wants, but he wants Crowder to no longer be able to make videos. He wants to deplatform him. That's what I have the problem with. Instead of, I don't know, coming back at Crowder like we do on YouTube with another response video, he went directly to Team YouTube on Twitter. with an enormous tweet storm, tagging them constantly, saying how Crowder is a horrible person, how he's racist, how he's bigoted, how he's homophobic, how he's transphobic, regardless of the fact that Crowder has had Blair White on his program, I believe no less than 4 times. He's had a debate with a transgender mayor. This is all besides the point, you see, because Crowder wasn't necessarily the actual target. You see, Maza started off this tweet chain with, "I normally have a really thick skin, but this has been bothering me." Now, I'm paraphrasing, because if I can't find the tweet to actually show it to you, I can only say what the gist of it was, because he tweets constantly during the day. I don't know how he actually gets any work done. Oh wait, that's right, they had a walkout the other day. It'd be understandable that he's not actually doing anything, but Vox is a multi-million-dollar corporation who has gotten $200 million from Universal. Steven Crowder is funded by mugs. So because YouTube came out in a surprise tactic to everyone and defended Crowder, saying that, you know what, yes, some of the things he said are rather egregious, they're kind of horrible, but in the context of what he was saying, they do not violate YouTube's terms of service, so he will not be banned. We will not take him off of the platform. But the things that he has said do violate the terms of the partnership program, so his channel will be demonetized until he fixes said problems. Now, here's the great thing. Crowder went on record almost instantaneously doing a live stream where he went over what YouTube said were the problem. There were 3. The first one is his "Socialism is for Figs" shirt. Take the link to the "Socialism is for Figs" shirt off the videos. Alright, simple enough, do that. Nope, that's not all. There's 2 more. One of them was to take down a show that was transphobic. Do you want to know what the show was? It was discussing transsexual politics with Blair White. There was a whole reason dealing with transgender rights and things like that. That was the whole fucking reason for the show. There was nothing defamatory, there was nothing slanderous, and it's from a couple of years ago. And then there was another one, I don't remember what it was, but it was from 2015. Now, the one that was from 2015 is very interesting, because it was manually reviewed and said it was okay for monetization. So, YouTube decided something that they had manually reviewed, said it was okay, is no longer okay. We all know that things like this change constantly. Their TOS constantly has to be updated so they can kick off people like Alex Jones, take down people who do the horrible and downright dastardly thing of recording comforting and relaxing sounds. That's right, Carlos Maza stopped going after Crowder as soon as YouTube said, hey, he hasn't done anything to violate TOS, I'm not going to kick him off. Maza then started in tagging Team YouTube all over the place, calling them ghouls because they don't actually support LGBTQ creators, and to stop letting YouTube use them and abuse them because they have people like Steven Crowder, one of the most milquetoast fucking Republicans out there. He bleeps words like ass, alright? He is set up for a late night show. You could take his show and put it directly on the network. They wouldn't have to censor a goddamn thing because he does it himself. So they go after YouTube, try and get advertisers to stay away from YouTube. What does this do? This causes a panic. Now, according to Philip DeFranco, this had been going on for a while, in the works, but I don't think so because of how hastily it was put together. On the same day that Maza started going after YouTube and their advertisers, YouTube comes out with a new policy where they're going to attack and remove things more harshly, going after science denialists, going after people who put out the conspiracy that the earth is flat, going after people who deny the Holocaust, going after people who deny that Sandy Hook was real, going after people who promote supplements that can quote-unquote cure cancer. That all sounds well and good, doesn't it? Let's get rid of some of the nut bars that are on this fucking platform, right? All of the assholes who are promoting MMS and Jilly Juice and things like that. Yes, please, let's get them off. Let's get the anti-vaxxers off of YouTube. You know, people who put out information that actively hurt people. What happens then is something even a little bit more sinister. Because YouTube doesn't know how to work their algorithms, the algorithm goes after history channels. channels. People who have no ideology behind what they're saying, but report on what happened in World War II. Those get taken down. Journalist channels get taken down. And then Maza has the audacity to go, "Oh my god, I can't believe this person got taken down. He's not alt-right. All he is a journalist." Well, you dumb fucking lispy spick. You're the reason for it. Because you decided to try and rally all of your troops. You decided to try and get everyone to pull away from YouTube. They had to crack down on this and start hitting everyone. This is your fault. Now, that's just explaining the situation. Let's talk about Carlos Maza as a person, right? Now, I'm not going to be mean to him anymore. Well, more than normal. Let's talk about how wonderful Carlos Maza is and who Vox is putting at the forefront of their 6 million subscriber channel. Carlos Maza is one of those wonderful people who thinks throwing milkshakes at people is okay. Now, for those of you who don't know what this whole milkshake thing is about, is someone threw a milkshake at Carl Benjamin, and then they went after Dankula while they were campaigning for their election. And yes, throwing a milkshake, sure, it's bottom tier, right? It's bottom tier. You're not really gonna hurt anyone with it, but let's take into consideration legalities here. That is an act of violence, and they've brought it here to America. A former candidate for Congress who lost out, I can't remember his name or where he's from, who lost out to her opponent, showed up at one of his rallies, and as he was walking away, threw a milkshake at him. She was arrested. This is battery. It's not full-on assault, but it's battery. It is a legal term. You are doing something of an act of violence, putting forth an act of violence towards someone. This is not something that people should be doing. Why? Escalation. Tommy Robinson. Oh no, this is going to be demonetized. I said his name. I don't care. Tommy Robinson was on the campaign trail. Someone threw a milkshake at him. His security went after that person. And then suddenly they're throwing bricks and rocks at him. You see, the people who take this milkshake throwing have a mob mentality because they're there with a mob. One person throws something and then suddenly that innocuous thing is something with a lot more weight behind it. Let's not forget about the fact that, I don't know, you could put something in a cup that is liquid that can do a lot of damage. It's not a clear cup. We don't know what it is. We just know that it's being thrown and it's liquid. Carlos Maza supports this. Actually, he called for his followers to do this to people. Carlos Maza is a piece of shit. On top of that, he supports Antifa. Because of course he does. The lispy fucking queer of course supports Antifa. Gay Wonk says, "Panic about violent Antifa shows how media coverage fixates on violence to demonize legitimate protest movements." Yes, because Antifa is legitimate. They're about as legitimate as getting an abortion in a back alley. On top of that, he's also kind of a bigot when it comes to people who are religious. "It's my religious beliefs" is really a convenient way of saying you're not allowed to point out what an insane, loathsome bigot I am. So he doesn't believe in religion. I don't believe in religion, but I don't believe this at all. I've known plenty of Christians. I've known plenty of Catholics. I've known Jews. I've known Mormons. I've also known Jehovah's Witnesses. I've even met Muslims. This right here can be turned around. If we want to start doing what he does, we can start calling Muslims out like this. The violent ones, right? You just want Sharia law. Hey, I've done that already. I've called out a Muslim supporter. I called out Turd Flinging Monkey for being a religious bigot. On top of that, as I've stated before, he's perfectly okay with violence. Even going so far as wanting someone dead? Assassination is pretty final, I would think. Carlos Maza, at Gay Wonk. Get back to me when you're ready to personally assassinate people I find annoying on Twitter. Then we'll talk. Now, I'm one to say that this could be a joke. Sure, being sarcastic, being snarky, my snark factor is off the chain with this one. But when I've spent the last couple days talking to fucking idiots who want to hold Steven Crowder responsible to the point where they're saying he's not joking, that's exactly what he believes, calling him a rape apologist, calling him a sexist, but because he made fun of feminism in 2016 in a tweet, they want to hold that is exactly what he meant by it. Well, then I can only hold Carlos Maza responsible for his words. Whether that was a joke or not, whether he was being sarcastic or not, if you're going to hold one person, even if you don't like them, accountable, and you're going to hold them to that standard, you have to hold the person you do like to that standard as well. It's why I don't have a problem defending jokes. But Twitter suspends me for saying that's why he goes to you for everything, Anubis. Please, someone find anything in that tweet that violates TOS. But they suspend me, which I am appealing, but Carlos Maza can joke, or, sorry, not joke, but Carlos Maza can say, when you assassinate the person that I don't like on Twitter, we'll talk. That fuckhead gets to be on Twitter. That piece of garbage gets to have a YouTube channel that has 6 million plus subscribers. This cockmonger gets to make a living off of a platform while trying to make other people unable to do the same fucking thing. All because his tiny, lispy, fragile, Mexican little feelings were hurt. This little lispy queer got all up in his fifis to the point that he is taking down other smaller creators. Do you think he cares about you, LGBTQ community? Do you think he cares about the community that he is supposedly a part of on YouTube? No, he cares that his feelings were hurt. Oh, and by the way, it's fake outrage because, well, Carlos Maza himself said that there is a conservative YouTuber that is going after his videos. It's the longest gay relationship he's ever been in. There's a lesson here. So let Uncle Antoine tell you what is the best course of action. And this is a page out of Howard Stern's book because it's for the advertisers. Howard Stern, when he first started doing his shock jock thing, had advertisers pull away from his radio station, and Howard Stern said, let them leave, the other advertisers will come. YouTube needs to pull their head out of their fucking ass and realize that there are people who are advertised for this platform no matter what's on it. VPNs right now, Safeguard, they are supporting multiple creators that are normally unmonetizable. The advertisers are there. Coke advertises in rated R movies all the time. Pepsi, McDonald's, Burger King, all of these companies are there. They don't want to lose the advertisers they have now. So let's hurt now and worry about later. Stop worrying about the advertisers. YouTube, stop worrying about the advertisers. The advertising will come if you let people do what they're supposed to do. YouTube is no longer about cat videos and memes. YouTube is now become something that has alternative media, alternative news. YouTube Premium has shows that rival that of fucking actual production companies. The advertising is there. All you have to do is wait for it. Stop reacting to this outrage bullshit. Everyone has to be held to the same standard. And when you have someone like Carlos Maza, who has in their Twitter bio that not they believe, but that Tucker Carlson is a white supremacist, that person needs to be kicked off Twitter. You need to have the standards. You cannot have double standards. Now I know what everyone is going to say. This is not a public platform. This is a private company. No. They're a platform, not a publisher. And they've been getting away with that for far too fucking long. Being able to call themselves a platform, but being able to do things that like a publisher would do. You see, a publisher, like a newspaper, is responsible for every article that is in there. If something is said wrong, or something is found wrong, they are responsible for it and can be sued for it. Craigslist is a platform. They're not responsible for what people put on their site. It's the person who puts it on there. I could go on for hours talking about what YouTube needs to do to help its creators. Like fucking standing up for us for once. Without us, there's no YouTube. But I've ranted for long enough. There's a couple of things that YouTube can do to fix this. There's a couple of things that Twitter could do to fix it. There's a couple of things that Facebook could do to fix these things. And that's stop pretending you're a publisher. Either First and foremost, what needs to happen is they need to be pinned down. Are you a publisher or are you a platform? Once we get that, then we can fix the other things. But it's until we get that we can't do it. This is just my little portion of the internet. I understand I'm looking through it through blinders. I'm not necessarily getting it from the beauty community or the pet community. I do commentary, and from my standpoint, there is a huge double standard on all of these platforms when it comes to having traditional values and conservative beliefs. Crowder gets demonetized. Meanwhile, a lispy faggot is telling someone that they're okay with them assassinating someone they don't like on Twitter, or go ahead and throw milkshakes at them. This is why I'm moving to other platforms. BitChute won't censor this. Gab won't suspend me. But that's all I really have to say about this situation, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. But before you do that, I did promise you something interesting, didn't I? How about a chance to win $25? Sound good? Well, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and in this instance it would be the Help for the Guildless Twitter, as well as be the first one to answer. What 5 languages do I speak? Well, I hope you're the first one to answer. I'd like to see some of those comments down below. Good luck! And if you like what I do here, as I stated before, since YouTube is making it almost impossible to be successful at something like this by deranking videos, you could really help the channel by liking it, sharing it around, and subscribing. When you do subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know when I upload. You get the notification that I do. If you want to support the channel monetarily, Patreon link, PayPal, Streamlabs, all down below. You can also join and become a member of the channel. Anything you do help. And if you want to follow me on any of the social medias, all the links are down below. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Help for the Guildless. My name, of course, is Antoine, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.